Hey guys, welcome to Morning Mayhem. I am Sam. Hopefully you guys are having an awesome day. Let me get to that. I just want to let you guys know I'm going to have a guest on today. It's Kim from My Other's Keeper. We're going to talk about American versus Canadian inventions. So that should be a lot of fun. And I think we have some inventions out of Germany and Africa also we're going to talk about. And then I do have a couple of stories. One about 23andMe and their buyout and the why that should be important to you and I, and also some squatters that took over a storage lot that some guy stored a bunch of luxury RVs on. Promises to be a cool show. I will see you in 1 second. I'll start to respond. So when I get texts, my own ideas. Wake up, Sam, he's reborn again. One step forward from where he's been. Turn up the noise, flip the script today. Lights on, Sam, we've got dues to pay. A world on fire, but the wind still blow. This is Morning Mayhem. Welcome to the show. Hey, how is everybody this morning? I think I'll do a quick roll call. I feel oddly strange with this much sleep. I really got a lot of sleep last night, and I feel a little off because I feel great and refreshed and woke, and you can even see it in my eyes. That's crazy. So now you guys can call me on my BS when I say I'm okay. Remember I talked about before how like that's one of my triggers. I'll just like put like a smoke screen up and like, oh yeah, everything's fine. I'm doing okay. Don't worry, guys. But really I'm just doing terrible. Well, you can really see it in my face that I got like a lot of sleep last night. So I'll be expecting to be checked by you guys. And so, because sometimes I need it, and I know it's not your responsibility about like my sleep and well-being, but I know we all care about each other. So I guess I'm asking you guys to put me in check. How about them apples? Okay, Heather, how are you doing this morning? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Sherry LeBron, how are you this morning? Linda, thank you so much for moderating and all the help that you do. And we had a lovely chat yesterday, and so thank you so much for all the help that you do. And we'll be making some announcements here pretty soon. Motherbird63, how are you doing today? It's good to see you. Thank you for all that you do for the show. And you guys are all killing it. My own eyes and ears, how are you doing? Good morning. Kathleen Menzies, I really need to get my glasses. Kathleen Menzies, how are you doing this morning? Thank you for being here. Tan Louie, how are you doing this morning or this afternoon? God, I always mess that up for you. I try. I promise you, I try. Danette, good morning. How are you doing this morning? Good to see you here at the beginning of the show. B. Jean, how are you doing this morning? Thank you for all that you do in the support for the show. I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me. And there she goes. Thank you, Beach, for the gifted membership. Nicole, how are you doing this morning? Hopefully you had a wonderful day the other day. I know it was Cerebral Palsy Day or Awareness Day. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. I know you probably had a pretty busy day. Maybe I should have you on and we can talk about that. That would be great. I'd be really into that. Who else is here? Galen, good morning to you. Thank you for being a member and all the support. John Luzon, thank you for being a member and all that you do. Like being a thorn in my side. That's always awesome. Just kidding, bro. I did see that you sent an email, and I will show that to Hazley when she gets off school. Thanks, brother. I didn't open it, but I seen in the subject it said to Hazley. It's Caps Thursday. Yeah, we should all type caps. That's right. Good morning, Shell W. How are you doing this morning? It's so good to see you, and thank you for being a member. Cooler by the Lake, good morning. Awesome that you're here. Shannon Trim, good morning to you, and thank you for being a member. Also to you, Cooler by the Lake, thank you for being a member. Yeah, all caps. Thanks, guys. It is easier, I must say, but it would be a nightmare, I think, for everyone else. Nona24, how are you doing this morning? Sorry I missed our Zoom call yesterday, but we will do that today. And Linda, Jeanette, Mother, Sheldub, Nana of two. How are you doing this morning? I'm not chatting today, not feeling well. Oh, well, can we get some ones and prayers for Nana of two, please? And send her some good vibes. She's not feeling well today. And we just wish her all the best and good feeling. I know I sounded like Tarzan right there. Typer Mama 72, how are you doing this morning? Good morning to you as well. V. McWilliams, how are you doing this morning? Thank you for being a member and all the support that you have shown the show. Wow, that was really crazy. Why does my connection say unstable? If you're on Wi-Fi, try plugging into your router. I am going to do that real quick. Let me just plug into my router real quick. Man, that was really crazy. That was really crazy. Okay, well, it should be better. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, where were we? V. McWilliams, how are you doing this morning? So thank you so much for all the support and all that you do. Brazy, how are you doing this morning? Good morning. Man, I was just getting my legs under me too. Woofy, happy Thursday. Good morning to you. Woofy, if I would love to talk to you today, if we could have a chat, that would be awesome. And Cliffan Ferguson, how are you doing this morning? Thank you for being a member. Man, I really need to get a better process of doing this roll call. I just feel like an idiot sometimes. Angie Mo, good morning to you. How are you doing this morning? There's got to be, I'm going to watch some other creators and see different ways to give the shout outs in the roll call. Pam Pereira, how are you doing this morning? Good to see you. And from Massachusetts, good to see you. How are you doing this morning? Rona Cooley, how are you doing? Thank you so much for being here and being a member. And to all those I just missed for being a member. Ghost Rider 611, over and out. How are you doing this morning? Jen Gary from North Carolina. How are you doing this morning? Hopefully all is well in North Carolina. My brother just lives just north of you. The one that works in DC. Well, I guess it'd be a couple states north. Ghostwriter is working and listening. Well, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you, Ghostwriter. And let's just get on with the show. Lilac Lime. Amy, thank you and good morning. Thank you for being a member. Meredith Lynn, good morning to you. So good to see you. Love Mama Bear, how are you doing this morning? ASAP Lizzie, always good to see you. You definitely liven up the chat. I really love all your interaction. Jamie Palmer, good morning to you. Thank you for the all caps. The only thing is you guys can't put your names in all caps, and that's really what I struggle with, right? Brazy says, get your glasses. I know. I cleaned in here. If you guys could see it in here, you'd be like, what? My wife this morning, she was like, oh, this looks so good. And it feels good. And this is how I like it. I say that, but then, I had so many different, because I print up my news stories and then I make notes in Google Notebook. And then I have Google Notebook, just mosh it together. And then I would write a quick little opinion or whatever I do, right? And then anyways, those papers were everywhere. Because, sometimes I'll rip them and throw them and just depending how froggy I feel. Diana Reese, how are you doing this morning? Good to see you. Anywho, let's get on with the show. Down S Mom, how are you doing? Good. I'm so glad you made the live again today. That is awesome. Okay, so let me get past my. I need to hurry so I can bring Kim on. So I got a really funny story, but I forgot to put up the images. Let me just grab these images real quick. See, this is where my background music needs to be playing. Dead air really does drive me nuts, man, more than anything. Because I don't know how long I would sit and watch a show where there's nothing happening. Know what I'm saying? Okay, video file. Desktop. There we go. Hey, Kiwi. Hi, mamas. Look, she came today. Remember I said she'll never come in here when I'm doing it? Say hi, Kiwi. I know, don't fight me. Everything is okay. I don't know if you guys can even see her. Have you guys met Kiwi yet? This is Kiwi. Say hi, mamas. She's like, why do you got my leg all pinned up behind me? All right. Bye, Kiwis. Gosh, she's shedding bad. See you later, alligator. Oh, she's going to hang out with us today. Sweet. Promises to be a good show. So anyway, this is out of my home town in Los Angeles, a bizarre and troubling situation. We're going to play the video too here in a second. A bizarre and troubling situation is unfolding in Los Angeles where a group of squatters has taken over a lot filled with luxury recreational vehicles, sparking legal disputes, safety concerns, and growing outrage from local residents. The property in question reportedly owned by a private party contains over 100 high-end RVs. This is going to blow you guys away. Some worth up to 100,000 each. According to recent reports, the owner disappeared shortly after paying the initial fees for storage and has not been heard from in years. The lot, surrounded by barbed wire fencing but evidently lacking effective security, has since been infiltrated by individuals now living inside the parked RVs without permission. Efforts to remove the squatters have met with resistance. Security teams hired to retrieve some of the vehicles were allegedly chased off the lot, and in several cases, recovered RVs were found vandalized or trashed. The city has declined to intervene directly, stating that the matter is a private trespass dispute between property owners. Crazy. It's so crazy. This hands-off approach has further fueled tensions, especially as the occupied RVs appear to have created a lawless encampment, complete with reports of drug activity. I assure you there's tons of drug activity and unsafe living conditions. Local observers describe the situation as chaotic, dangerous, and increasingly difficult to resolve. So I really have an issue with the way the city is handling this. The city's stance is that this is a private property matter and thus not their jurisdiction. Is not only short-sighted but damaging. Los Angeles has long struggled with homelessness, drug use, and housing instability, but refusing to address a glaring issue like this sends the message that as long as you're not paying taxes or can't contribute financially, you're essentially immune to enforcement. This double standard is especially galling to working residents who follow the rules, pay their taxes, and are quickly penalized for even minor infractions. Get your van towed? No problem. The city moves swiftly. Build a treehouse without a permit? It's coming down. But illegally live in a $100,000 RV you don't own? Suddenly the city's hands are tied. It reflects a deeply flawed incentive structure, one where the city will only act where there's money to be made or collected. If there's no profit in enforcement, the issue is ignored. It creates a dangerous two-tiered system, one of law and order for the tax-paying public, and one of unchecked anarchy for those who simply squat or refuse to leave. The city must reclaim its authority and stop hiding behind bureaucratic loopholes. If not, LA risks becoming a place where laws only apply to the people who can afford them. And that's not justice, that's surrender. And that's really in a nutshell why I left LA. And you guys know how I feel about the homeless. Like, that's like my number one. This is happening because there's no homeless shelters, but one big one downtown that is overcrowded. It's overcrowded. It's I've shown those live videos from down there. It's just drug use everywhere. And I assure you that here at this lot that I'm going to blow back up actually. Here at this lot that there is tons of drug use. Check this out. Check this out. There's no audio. It's just the so these are the RVs, and wherever you see trash piles, that's where the people are living. There's people living in almost every single one of these. And these were brand new a couple years ago. But they've literally made it like a home for themselves. And I just can't believe that the owner of this storage lot waited this long. Look at that one. That one is completely destroyed. I can tell you this, if I was a drug addict in LA and was homeless and I heard about this place, guess where I'd be at? I'd be living in one of those RVs. Absolutely. Like, they turned that one into a dumpster. It is so crazy. It's a little confusing that the owner of the lot waited this long. But you can see That's just all the refuse, of just daily living. You know, we take out bags and bags of garbage out of our apartment all the time. But yeah, look, they just are living on the lot. Look at that. I mean, it looks awesome. Like, look, they have like wind chimes hanging up. It's so nuts. Anyways, it's so crazy. Right, Kim. That's exactly right. I don't care if they're homeless, and that's what I was trying to say. It's not the proper end of story. Yeah. I feel the same way, Kim. I don't want to make it feel I'm not compassionate for the homeless, but let's keep it real. Most of those people are probably addicts, the people that most of the people that have like mental health issues, they're downtown getting mental health care if they can, or they're just living so they don't have it in their mind to live in something that's not theirs. They really don't. They'll just be like a recluse on the street, find their a spot that feels comfortable and try to live. These are our squatters, hands down. They're squatters, and me being from LA, I think I can speak on this a little bit more about how I know for a fact that almost probably every one of them are addicts, stealing drugs. LA's homeless situation is completely bizarre. I used to, and I had a home in LA, but when I was in addiction, I would go down and hang out with the homeless and get high and, meet people. And I would score my drugs down there all the time. They have this thing. It's actually an aqueduct how they transfer water throughout the state, but they call it the LA River. And it's just like a man-made big, when it fills up, it's a river, but it's been so dry that people live down in the aqueduct. And they put up tents. They I guess what I'm getting at, that was the first time I had when I got out of prison that I bought a pound of my drug of choice. It was down in a homeless camp. And when I went to prison, what I was selling for almost $2,200 a pound, or an ounce, I'm sorry, was going for like $1,500 a pound. So I'm basically, it was 32 grand when I left, and now it's 1,500. And that's the drug cartels. Ooh, speaking of the drug cartel, we do have some drug cartel news, or not drug cartel news, but MS-13 news. Maybe I'll do that story with Kim after we get done with the inventions. Also in the hopper, have you guys heard about the 23andMe? Also, if you guys have any comments or questions, just put a CCC or a QQQ for comment or question, or just write comment or question all in caps. Where is my... Oh, yeah. The 23andMe DNA story I had found is that in privacy experts urge users to delete 23andMe data amid sale concerns. Privacy experts and tech watchdogs are sounding the alarm for millions of Americans who have submitted their DNA to genetic testing service 23andMe. Amid reports that the company is preparing for a potential acquisition, experts are urging users to delete their genetic profiles before their data is transferred or sold to unknown third parties. The concern comes from a tumultuous year for 23andMe, including a major data breach in late 2023 that exposed personal information from nearly 7 million users. Now, with the company reportedly seeking a buyer or strategic partner, privacy advocates worried that consumer DNA profiles containing sensitive information about health, ancestry, and genetic predispositions could become a commodity in future negotiations. This isn't just your email address or phone number, said cybersecurity analyst Brent Faulkner. This is your biological blueprint, permanent, unique, and incredibly revealing. Once it's out there, you can't change it like a password. It's a growing movement on social media. Tech-savvy influencers and privacy lawyers are encouraging people to log into their 23andMe accounts and request full deletion of both their profiles and stored genetic data. Just by you unsubscribing is not going to have your data deleted. They reserve the right to keep that unless requested to be deleted. If you read the small print, oh man, I should have grabbed that. If you read the small print, it instructs you to do so in the privacy. You know, before you click purchase or accept free trial, and it always says, it's something that we hardly ever read is the privacy, their privacy policy. When I made my clothing website, they shut down my website for 2 weeks. Well, I mean, it could have been just 2 hours if I would have had a privacy policy. But when they did their audit, when Shopify did their audit, they seen that I didn't have a privacy policy up for my own, because it's super strict. It's a super strict policy of the internet watchdogs to have a privacy policy. You can be sued. There's all kinds of things that can happen. So that's why they shut me down, and I didn't get it written for a couple of weeks. So my opinion is that your DNA isn't a trend. It's your identity. Delete it while you can. That's what I'm encouraging everyone in my family and you guys to do. When you spit into a tube for 23andMe, you might think you're just discovering where your ancestors came from or whether you like cilantro. But what you're really handing over is the most personal and irreversible information about yourself and potentially your entire bloodline. That data doesn't just say who you are, it can hint at your future, predispositions to diseases, genetic mutations, psychological traits, and even your biological relationship to your own family members. And now with 23andMe on the sales block, that deeply intimate information is up for grabs. Think about it. Would you give a stranger access to your medical records, your family tree, and the private health data of your future children? That's essentially what's on the table. If the company is sold, all your data could go with it to insurers, pharmaceutical firms, marketing companies, or foreign investors with agendas you'll never be informed about. All of this from one curious click and a $99 kit. Deleting your profile. What did I do? Deleting your profile doesn't just protect you, it protects your kids, your relatives, and anyone who shares your DNA. In an era where privacy is eroding by the second, your DNA should be the last thing you gamble with. So if you ever use 23andMe, do yourself a favor, log in, opt out, and delete your profile. Some things were never meant to be a part of the digital economy, and your genetic code is one of them. Maybe I should do a list of all the things that probably shouldn't be shared on the internet, or that you wouldn't want to be a commodity of, commerce and insurance companies and things of the like. But I'm curious on what you guys think of it. I'm just going to back up a little bit and check out some comments. I'm going to star them all first. And don't worry, I'm going to have help with that starting Monday. I just need to talk to a few people. I'm seeing the questions and comments. Hey, Awakened by the Looking Glass. Thank you for being here today. Good. Lots of comments. I don't know if they're... That's John. Just live selfish on, eh? Looking glass. All right. I think that's probably it. 9:35. How long did it take me to read that? Okay, Jamie Palmer says the homeless. This is about the homeless. The homeless here burn wires to get the copper. Yep, we only have one homeless shelter in the area as well, as far as I know. I can't remember where you're from, Jamie Palmer. Yeah, usually meth addicts will steal copper out of new construction. Anywhere that they can find copper wire, they will steal and then they will sell. They'll take to recycling companies and places that what's that process called? Like metallurgy, or not the metallurgy is the table for metals and minerals. Or the science of, I can't remember what metallurgy is, but you know what I'm saying? The people that like melt it down. What's that process called again? Anyways, yeah, meth addicts will stay up all night, tweak around the town, break into new construction, empty houses, and rip out all the copper wire and sell it to companies that will buy copper. I mean, it's pennies on the penny. And but you know, they're high and they can't keep a job, a regular job. So they take all that energy and go steal. And I have never been affected by that, but I have met some people that have, and it's crazy. It's super crazy what they'll do. Do I hold my mic so it doesn't fall? Screw it. No, it's up in the air. I have a big arm on it. Johnny boy. Oh, do you think I'm going like this, holding it up in the air? Man, you're just crazy. Jamie Palmer says, the house next door to mine is a drug house. I've seen people doing drugs through the window and people have died in the house. Oh, that's so crazy. Also, I have no proof, but I have suspicions about how they pay bills. Yeah, like, look, if you see traffic going in and out at all hours of the day and night, then it's a drug house. I mean, you can just tell by the people that are going in. I used to be those people. And now when I drive around town, I mean, I don't even have to be paying attention, and I can just instantly look at any person, any house, and I can tell you if it's a drug house or if they're an addict. So just think how the guys in law enforcement, this is why you just can't be a drug dealer or an addict anymore, which is a good thing. Is just think about the people that make it their living, how easy it is for them to get on their radar and be recognized. It's ugly. Just to be clear, homeless people start out just like everyone else. They could have been somebody's prince, princess, or they could have had nobody in their life to rely on. Life can be hard. Absolutely. I've been homeless. I was homeless recently. And that's why that's my the soapbox I stand on now is to help the homeless. Like any money that we ever like raise, like I'm trying to sell a watch right now to give to the homeless. I know that doesn't sound like much, but that's I'm sure the organizations that I would like to give it to will be appreciative. Well, I guess no one really even cares about the not cares, but about the 23andMe. I think it's a pretty serious thing. For dangers of having your genetic. Here we go. Surviving Together says very real dangers of having your genetic info out there, though I'm very thankful for all the work the genetic genealogists have done with cold cases. Yeah, Kim and I were talking about that before the show. It's amazing, right? Like it has to be there, or else, you know, there's some like super big cold cases that have been like, thank God these guys have been gotten out of prison, and thank God they're catching these serial killers because their cousin's cousin, you know, decided to do a 23andMe to find out, you know, if they're going to have heart issues or whatever, or to find out their family tree. It's pretty nuts. definitely needs to be doing what they're doing. They're doing really good work, I believe. We just need to be aware of who's in control of the information, right? Lovett says, problem with privacy notice is that at the very end it says, we reserve the right to alter these terms as needed. That's right. That's right. That sure is funny. Hey, Mousy, welcome to the show. Mayor's Girl, how you doing today? Good to see you. I don't know. I don't see anything new. Oh, B McGuire. Why did I not see that? I have it starred. Why didn't I see this? Comment. B. McWilliams says, can you imagine even if the healthcare insurance companies, Big Pharma, would do with that information? Absolutely. And it's not even like I'm not going to be around too much longer in the grand scheme of things. So like, do I really care at this point what it could do, what they could do with my information? No. But I think it definitely affects my daughters on what they can do with my information. And really, here's the deal, Victoria. We don't know exactly. All we know is what they can do with it now. Who knows what they can do with it, 20 years from now, right? We just don't know, but I bet you they're going to be able to do a lot. Things that we can't even imagine what they might be able to do with it. Like maybe if they had, and I know this is like, going to be like science fiction, but maybe they'll be able to get the right to be able to see, they could say they had my DNA. Maybe they could create something that can be like blown into the air, like of my kids. Say my kid becomes president someday. What if my DNA they could be able to blow something into the air, or get into my kid's system who's now president, and because they have my DNA, it's able to unlock something in them to control their mind. Do you know what I mean? I know that's super science fiction, but maybe, that there's something in there that can, that they would be able to do that, like a key into them, into their person. We just don't know. But I mean, I feel like if it gets that far, they would be able to get, the president's DNA from anything, if it gets to that point. So anyways, let's get the show on the road. I just wanted to do those two stories real quick before we bring Kim on from My Other's Keeper. I did my testimony on her show. I think it was a week ago. That's right. Awake. She goes sci-fi. It's already here. Who had a half sister? Real quick, Lilac Ann says, I am one of the lucky ones who had a half sister find me through 23andMe. She's only 4 months younger than me, and yep, dad was a player. That's so cool. Not that your dad was a player. I mean, that's cool too. But a second cousin living in my town also got in touch. Wow, that is so nuts, man. That is so awesome. I wish someone would get a hold of me and say that. Unfortunately, my dad was not a player. Nope, he was a hillbilly factory worker. Which I'm sure there was some hillbilly factory worker players, but that wasn't my dad. Put a decent chat if Casper should read my comments. I just did, brother. Dude, I've read like 4 of your comments already today. I found a whole freaking family. It was wild. That is so crazy. One with cats. I used Ancestry and found a whole freaking family. I'm adopted. It was wild. Wow, that is wild. Yeah, life's a trip, right? Life's a trip. Nona for did someone accidentally time out Caddy Connie? Yeah, it had to have been an accident. Did she get timed out? I will untime her out if she did. I'm sure it was an accident. I'm just going up into the chat. Is she not? Did she make any comments? Nona24? Linda did it. Oh, it was an accident. Is there a way to untime out? It's okay, Linda. Don't trip, potato chip. For real, Linda, do not be upset with yourself, okay? I'm asking you. It was totally an accident. I just don't see where I can untime it out. There should be like a oh wait, here we go. Moderation activity. I should be able to see. No, that's not going to do it. Hold on, let me just get into here real quick. I gotta untime out my girl. Oh, okay, here it is. Bam. Oh. Okay, I untimed her. I did it once and it went right back. Let me make sure she. Yep. Okay. Good. We're good. All right, she's good to go. Okay, I'm going to bring Kim on from My Other's Keeper. If you get a chance, go check out my testimony over there on myotherskeeper.com. Just kidding. My Other's Keeper at on YouTube. I thought we had an amazing time. It was super fun. And go over there and support her channel. Hey, Caddy Connie. It's okay. I've been laughing. I'm a naughty girl. Stupid. Okay. All right, Linda, you're all good. It was quit being so strict, Linda. Yeah, she's so strict. Okay, here is Kim.
Hi, everybody. Nice to see you. V. McWilliams has a very good. Oh no, sorry. Diane, DS Kitty wants to know if we want some merch that says Linda did it. Exactly.
Oh, that would be so cool.
That would be fun. That'd be so fun.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. And we'll do it all in caps too.
And listen, Linda. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, Linda.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be so cool. I think she would love that. We'll send it. We'll send her one.
Absolutely.
Or we send her one that says, I'm Linda. I am
Hi,
Linda.
Lacey
Hear me
Silver.
roar. Yeah.
I'm part of the Canuck Kim Club. There's 3 of us as far as I know here. So
Oh,
yeah,
really?
yeah,
Yeah, there is 3 Kims, and one's real feisty. Yeah, I love that she's here.
yes,
When
yep.
when she first came on, like, I didn't know how to take her. I was like, is she being serious or is she being funny? And
Oh,
now I
yes,
can tell. Now I can tell, like, easily.
yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
she's Canadian. Of course, she's going to be a little dry wit in there. So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's just a thing up here. It's
Yeah.
cold. We have nothing else to do.
Well, my favorite things in Canada are Rush, the band, and
Yes.
Molson and not Molson anymore, and Kokanee beer. Those are my 3
Yeah.
favorite. Uh, Molson Triple X, by the way. But
Okay.
I
Well,
don't
I
drink
have a
anymore.
whole list of things that could be from Canada. They could be from Germany. They could be from the Vikings, Britain, all over the place. So
Well,
some of them might surprise you.
I have a rebut list.
There you go.
Wait, did I print out? Oh yeah, here it is.
For some reason, mine all printed out with black backgrounds. I don't get that.
Oh,
I don't
I
know.
take the text and I copy it,
I did
and then I put it into a
a Word
text doc.
document. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Oh, you
did.
did?
I did.
Do
What can I say?
you right click and select all, or do you just like highlight it and go up
I just highlight and go.
and then copy
Yeah,
and then paste into a document? Oh, that's weird. I have no idea.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. I'll figure it out sometime.
Okay, is it readable? Oh, it must be, or else you wouldn't
Oh,
be.
it's totally readable. Yeah, absolutely. It's like
Yeah.
reading in dark mode on your computer.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes the black ink though bleeds into the copy. Do you know what I mean? If
Oh,
it's
yeah.
small.
No,
Yeah.
I have a really good printer. I really enjoy it. It's the EcoTank one.
Oh
The
yeah, the Eco
X3E
Tank,
EcoTank. Love it. Love it.
invented by Canadians.
Is it?
Maybe, I don't
I
know.
I did not know this. I
Yeah.
did not
Well,
know this. So let's go down some lists here. So what do you have and where are they from? So we're going to name something, and in the chat, we're going to get you to tell us where it was invented. So name the invention and where you think it was invented, just so we know what you're on rather than just simply saying this country, this country, this country. Make sense?
okay.
All right. All right. So the incandescent light bulb, where was that invented?
The incandescent light bulb.
Yep.
Um, Well, I did say that. Canada.
Yes.
Well,
It
I
was
know that I know all the ones you have are Canada.
No, they're not. No, I printed off several other lists as well.
Oh, okay,
So
okay,
it's not all Canada. No,
okay.
the incandescent light bulb was invented in 1874 and the patent was sold to Thomas Edison.
See, that's so crazy. The entire world thinks that Thomas Edison invented the light bulb. And remember,
Exactly.
before the show,
Exactly.
I said that I said I didn't know the light bulb was invented in Africa.
A different type of light bulb was
It,
invented in Africa.
yeah, it was it's the filament.
Yep.
There was a certain kind of filament that was invented in Africa for the light bulb.
Mm-hmm.
So that is so crazy.
Yep.
Do you want me to read one?
Absolutely.
Well, mine are gonna be easy. Well, no, I do have 2 different lists. Okay.
You do have 2 different lists.
Yep, I forgot. I printed out, but now I can't remember which one was the
I put highlighter on the top so I would remember which.
Oh, here we go.
Where it came from.
I know Thomas Edison isn't from Africa, so
he'd be the pale guy.
okay. The first laser. Where does Where does everyone think that was? I guess we should include the chat, huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We need some. Yeah,
I can do like a poll thing, like where I ask
mm.
questions.
Vita thought it was Edison who invented it. Absolutely. Everybody thinks Edison invented the light bulb, but he didn't. He simply had the first patent. And yeah, and that's what we were taught in school. Absolutely. That's what we were taught in school too here in Canada. We weren't taught that it was invented by a Canadian.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy, right? You think Canadian answer viewer questions live? No, I can't do that.
One would think.
Okay, I'm just gonna put I'm gonna put Canada for one of the answers or somewhere else. How about that?
Okay.
Or okay, well, do you have lists from where? Germany?
I have lists from a variety of places, and I don't want to tell people.
Oh, okay,
because I want them to have to guess. I'm a teacher,
Okay,
so I'm one of those you need to know.
I'm gonna put Canada for an answer or somewhere else.
How about Canada, US, somewhere else?
Okay, perfect. Canada.
Because a lot of them will have been in the US as well.
Okay. That'll be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And this is if people want it, they can use the poll.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, I mean, if our community in the chat, they want to use the poll like question thing, they can, or they can just put their answer in. But I don't know how hard it is from, like, if you're in the chat and you're chatting, does the poll stay at the top or does it move throughout the thing? I don't know.
It should be attached to the top.
It should to the top.
You might have to pin it to do that.
Yeah.
I think it is. Comment.
No, I think it is staying at the top. And then for each one, I'll just end the poll.
Good. Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay. People are already answering and we haven't even asked one yet.
No, we asked a couple. We did ask a couple.
No, I mean, but yeah, I'm going to do it for each one.
Ah, okay.
What was the last one I read? Did I read one? The laser. I did the laser. Okay.
Yep. Okay, so I've got some here.
Okay, cool. People are answering. I love my community.
Awesome.
Yeah, perfect. I'm gonna let them answer for a second. We can have some while they're answering Jeopardy music.
Excellent.
I'm not gonna
I like Misha's comment. She's awakened by the looking glasses reflect. Misha says for individual chats, maybe just try 1 for Canada, 2 for US, and 3 for none of the above.
Oh, okay. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, that's a great one. I like that. Misha's full of all sorts of great ideas.
Hold on, let me see. Where is so it's 1 for Canada.
Yep. 2 for US.
Canada. 2 for USA. Mm-hmm. And 3 for somewhere else. Okay, yep. Cool.
Awesome. And you have people from all over the world here, which is awesome because they can say, oh, no, this is my part of the world. I did this. Well, not mine.
And if they think it's from their part of the world, they can just name the country that.
That'd be perfect. Or if they know the place. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Okay. So I'm going to ask one. Where was AM broadcasting from? Like AM radio.
Okay. I'm going to give my answer here in a second, as soon as I can save this edit. There we go.
Okay.
AM radio?
Yeah.
AM radio. I would say USA. But I'm probably wrong.
I'm seeing a lot of 2s and 3s, a lot of US and somewhere else.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna end
Sam's
the last
cheating.
poll.
Sam is not cheating. I don't play with cheaters.
Cheating how? Like looking it up?
Looking at a list, yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I'm trying to get the polls all. Yeah, I just deleted the poll. We're just gonna do twos and threes.
Okay. Lacey Silver is the only one who got it right. It was invented in Canada in 1906.
What was the radio?
AM radio. Yep.
So I mean, well, now I'm like technically curious on what
Yeah,
that
I know.
entails. So, like the frequency to be able to
Yes.
broadcast on.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's super cool. That's so cool.
For
I need to
sure.
go get a Zin. That's so cool. Yes, I've been beating myself up for 2 days with these Zins. I have to.
What's your next invention there, Sam? Or do you just want me to read some while you're doing the Zin?
I never gave the answer for the laser.
The laser, yes. Where was the laser from?
In 1960, Theodore M. Myman invented the first laser in Africa.
Ooh, cool. I wonder where. I wonder which country.
I don't know. A lot of these are from Nairobi, though, but I don't think that one was.
Yep. Okay.
A lot of smart people in Nairobi. That's pretty cool.
And Nigeria is also. Nairobi is in Ethiopia, isn't it?
I think so.
The capital of Ethiopia?
Yeah. Have you ever had Ethiopian barbecue?
Yes. Have you ever had Ethiopian coffee?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love that. The coffee ceremony. And that's why I like what's called a dirty chai. So you have a chai latte, you add coffee to it. So it's got that spice, same as Ethiopian coffee when they make it at home. Oh, so good.
Yeah,
yes.
That's so cool.
Yep. Okay. Who invented the magnetic compass?
I'm gonna say that was somewhere else.
Okay.
And by the way, you guys, my lists are different than her lists. I just have American ones or African ones.
Okay. So 2, 1. We're looking for the magnetic compass. Someone who was lost. I like that, Kim.
I'm gonna say somewhere else. I'm gonna say somewhere else. Yeah.
Okay. All right. How long are we going to keep the poll open? We should keep it open for like 1 minute.
I ended the poll. Oh, you mean our chat poll?
Yeah.
Yeah. See the other
people
poll,
are just putting it in the chat.
Yeah, because when I was doing the poll, like if I had to end it,
right.
I would have to retype it again to get a new poll.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Kim, a lost person, and then better yet, did they find them yet? Exactly. Yep. Kim is hilarious. All right. So the magnetic compass was invented in Norway, so by the Vikings.
Somewhere else. Really? Well, that makes sense that the Vikings would have invented that.
It does. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. What's your next one?
Let me see. See, some of these I don't necessarily believe some of these. But I mean I believe a lot of them, but I think some of these are vague answers. Okay, so like I'm not going to read that one. Who invented the first fiber optic cable?
Ooh, that's a good one. Fiber optic cable.
Oh, I do have a Canada list.
Yeah, I was going to say, I do know of a Canadian who invented a particular use for it. It's the husband of a friend of mine invented it for patented it for a specific use and then sold that patent.
Oh, wow.
But not the cable itself. So, yeah. But yeah, no, that guy was smart. Like, just incredible. Okay, so where did it come from there, Sam? I'm going to say the U.S.
It is another African invention.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Let me find it again. Robert Maurer, Peter Schultz, and Donald Keck invented the fiber optic cable in South Africa.
Okay.
So
Wow.
here's what I mean. Like some of these are vague, like because this one says John Blankenbacker invented the first personal computer in Africa.
Mhm. Yep.
But, like, did they invent like?
The
Because I know they didn't.
processor, did they invent the
I know they didn't
yeah.
invent the motherboard because that was invented in the United States.
Right.
And then like CPUs and stuff that was also invented, and those are all used for personal computers. But maybe there's, and I know there was computers before the home, the piece, the PC.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So now I'm like, I want to like deep dive it. I don't question that someone invented it out of Africa, but I just wonder what it was exactly.
Right.
So let me do one
Okay, I've
more.
got 3 that'll go together here. Amphetamine, MDMA, and hydromorphone. So Dilaudid.
I know the answer to this, so I'll stay out of this one.
Okay. So amphetamines, MDMA, and Dilaudid or hydromorphone. Where were they invented?
3 drugs that was super fond of. Together.
That's why I chose to ask about these particular drugs, because they are super, super common. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's crazy. And you know what? I mean, I'm sure there's been many occasions I've had all 3 of those drugs at the same time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. There's a synergy effect with those drugs that are insane, especially amphetamine and MDMA. But as an ex-opiate addict, I loved throwing hydromorphone into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So MDMA stands for, I don't remember what it is. It's the chemical compound.
It's ecstasy, basically.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of 3s, seeing a couple of 2s. I don't remember if I saw somebody say Canada.
Motherbird said Nicole. Yes. Nicole's probably like, what the hell?
Okay, so those were all invented in Germany.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah.
Hitler invented, well, he took ephedrine. Well, he invented it all. He invented a lot. Not himself.
No, he didn't actually. There's no way, because he wasn't born during some of this. 1887 was amphetamines, 1912 was MDMA, and 1923 was hydromorphone.
I guess what I meant. Yeah, he definitely used them, but he took amphetamine and turned it into methamphetamine. His doctors, his scientists or whatever, for the soldiers, because the amphetamines didn't last long enough.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we do 1 or 2 more?
Yeah. We're going to do this until 11 o'clock.
We can do it as long as you want, because I've got quite the list.
Okay.
So, all right. Who invented the Wonder Bra?
A dad. Oh wait,
basically,
the Wonder Bra.
ladies...
I thought you said something else. The Wonder Bra. A man for sure.
A man.
A man for sure.
Okay.
I could be wrong though. Ooh, that's what we can do next time. We can do male or female.
Ooh, I like that one.
I like that too.
Yes. So the Wonder Bra was invented by a Canadian.
What?
Canadian, yes. A retired stripper. That could very well be.
That is so funny.
Up and coming stripper. See what I did there? Up and coming.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Up
Okay.
and coming. Up and coming. Yeah.
There you go. All right. What's another one from you?
How about Here's a good one. Um, chocolate chip cookies. That's kind of
Ooh,
easy.
I think I know that one.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
Yeah.
I should have just said baseball and hot dogs.
Well, yeah, baseball would be a good one to ask about.
Yeah, I mean, it might not uh, have been a U.S. invention. Let me do a different one.
So let's just answer the chocolate chip cookies. That was invented
Is in the U.S.
in the US, and they were called,
and they were invented by little Ruth Wakenfield. Made chocolate chip cookies in 1930.
Toll House cookies at the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have that on your list?
No, I just know
Oh,
it.
you just
I know a lot
oh
of useless stuff.
wow. And I
Yeah.
love Toll House cookies.
Yes, yes. Okay, so let's go with the pager.
Oh,
Where was that invented?
that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
The pager. While people are answering, I'm going to tell a pager story.
Certainly.
So I used to drive well, they said they were massage girls, but they were prostitutes. I used to
Yeah.
drive them in Los Angeles. It was just like a gig, right? You can
Mm-hmm.
so girls that go to people's houses, they'll hire drivers to take them
Mm-hmm.
just in case something goes wrong. And
Yes.
so they'll give the driver a pager. And so I had a pager. And so they would let me know that they got in there. And once they got the money, they would send me like, all twos. If there was an emergency they needed me to come up to the residence, then it would be 911.
Yes. Yep.
And then I would come a running. That happened like 5 or 6 times. Um,
Ooh,
but I used to drive
scary.
them every night. And
Right.
um, I think that was it. Just that they got the money or an emergency. Oh no, and then they would they would send me a code when they were done. Because sometimes I would, go get something to eat or,
Right.
you know, go pay a
Yeah.
bill, and they would send me like, "Hey, I'm done, get back here." But
Yeah.
most of the time I waited. If I knew that if it was like a regular and they were safe, I would wait there. I mean, I
Yeah.
would leave if I knew they were safe,
Yeah.
because they were usually out there for an hour. But yeah,
Okay.
they were massage girls, and they would advertise fully nude, sensual body massages. Was how they advertised it.
Yikes.
Body to body massages. I know. Yeah,
Well, sorry, just the way it's described.
I know. I know.
Ugh. Okay. Well, the pager was invented in Canada in 1949.
What?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's I wonder what frequency those are on. Just
Probably
um
AM. I don't know.
yeah, frequency. Yeah, a lot of frequency inventions.
Yeah, I know, right?
Hey guys, when I was looking up inventions, I got on this page where there was a lot of apps were invented, and there's a
Mm,
lot of really cool apps that were invented in Africa. Um,
really?
yeah, about livestock. You know how livestock is controlled and where the
Mhm.
livestock goes,
Yeah, yeah.
and how much livestock is in a certain area. Because
Hmm.
I bet you like a lot of the land is just government owned, but people are able to use it to feed their livestock, I don't know, it's
Hmm.
pretty crazy. That was pretty cool. And then there was like a food one, like a DoorDash type one.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's another one for you?
Um, how about nylon?
Ooh, nylon. I'm gonna guess Africa, because US would be too obvious. I'm gonna guess Africa on that one. 3, somewhere else. Yeah. And was used at children's. Okay. Pagers were first invented in the United States?
Well, there's probably different people claiming
1921.
the first true pager was patented by
Patented. Yes. Yeah.
by
And
AI
that's kind of
Glove.
what I'm going from. Who patented it? Who invented it? The
Oh,
use
nice.
could have been, yeah. Thank you, Shell.
First pager-like system used by the Detroit Police Department. And I bet
Cool.
you they needed it. I bet you they needed it.
Oh, for
That's
sure.
pretty.
I've
That's
heard
pretty.
Detroit
That's pretty
is,
awesome one with cats.
yeah.
Thank you for that.
Okay. So nylon stockings, nylon rope would all be made with the same product. It just would be how thin the filament would be.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That was invented
And the
in the
weave.
United States.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Okay.
I got
So in the United States. All right. Where was the palm and turn child-proof pill bottle invented? Like the kind that you push down. It's not child-proof, it's adult-proof. Those ones?
Yeah.
Where were those invented? You've got Canada. Was it the same one that made the bra? Could have been the same one that made the bra. Ooh, somewhere else, Sherry. Yeah. LeBrun.
Man-proof bras.
Canada. Man-proof bra, absolutely. Ooh, 2 after the Tylenol poisonings. I remember those Tylenol poisonings. That was so scary.
Yeah, wasn't that crazy? Remember, and then Halloween candy.
Yes.
Those were all scares from like the 70s.
Yep.
I think the Tylenol poisoning was the 80s, though.
The poisoning was the 80s. Yes. So the palm and turn was invented in Canada in 1967. And actually, I think it might have been for aspirin, because baby aspirin, children would eat that like candies, and then they would get something called Rhyes syndrome, Rhyes syndrome, which could kill them. So I think that might have been why it was invented.
You know,
that's just a theory.
When I take aspirin every day, if I take an aspirin every day, I get deja vu really bad.
Do you?
Yeah. I get, it's a deja vu that like almost like punches me in the stomach.
Really?
Like I'll just be like sitting there, everything's fine, and then I'll get a really strong deja vu, and I go like, whoa, like it really like overwhelms my body. It's a trip. Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It really comes from when I mean, I get it sometimes just regularly, but if I take aspirin every day, I get it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. It's really crazy.
What's another one from you?
That's crazy. I don't think I did print out my
Oh no.
Yeah, the ones I was reading
were all on the screen.
From the ones I was reading that I said were from Africa were from US.
Oh no.
I'm
okay.
Sorry, guys.
Oops. That's crazy was invented here. That's a good one. I like that.
That's crazy. Who said that? That's funny.
One with cats. Shell.
Oh yeah. I was just because all my friends and my wife tease me when I say that's crazy because they think that's when I tune out. So if I'm just saying, oh, that's crazy, they think I'm not listening. So they'll be like, oh, he said that's crazy. That means not. But I say it all the time. So
maybe that's because they think you tune out all the time.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's not really here. He just kind of
yeah. That's crazy. Man, I'm bummed out.
So who invented the tin can?
The tin can?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say Canada on that one.
Okay. Anyone else feel like coming in on that one? 3, somewhere else, James says. He says neither Canada nor US. Wizard of Oz? I think that might be to another thing. America getting food to the war. Good thought. Kim thinks Canada. Danette thinks thinks somewhere else. Sherry, the question is who invented the tin can? This has been fun, but I need to go lie back down. Very little sleep last night besides traumatized after finding sampled the old switcheroo just now. That's crazy.
Oh, who was
Thanks,
that?
Misha. Misha.
Oh, Misha.
Yeah, awakened
All
by
right,
the
well,
looking
hope you
glasses reflection. Yeah.
get some rest.
Yes, yes. We need That's Crazy merch, she says. Okay, Beej is correct. It was in England.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, that was invented in the UK.
Huh.
Hmm. So since you have nothing but Americans.
Well, no, I'm printing up
Oh, good. Oh, good. Okay.
some African ones right now. But these are so general. These African. Well, because they're saying, and I get why they're saying it, but these are like whole, and so it's going to be obvious that they're from Africa.
Okay.
These are like cooking was invented in Africa, architecture was invented in Africa, obviously, probably Egypt.
Okay, where was the written language, like English written language, invented?
Well, this is saying the language. Oh, English language.
Yeah.
This is saying language period was invented in Africa. Stone Age ancestors in sub-Saharan Africa were the first human species to develop a language system.
Really? Okay, that's not where was the English language developed, invented, founded? Morocco. 3 somewhere else. Sam, you tell on yourself all the time. Absolutely, you do.
I know.
So where was the English language? The UK or England? Those are very good. Those are very good. Okay, UK. So we've got quite a few UKs. It was actually developed in Norway because
Wow.
the Nordic and the German, a lot of their words got put together and the syllables sounded like what is Old English, like Chaucer English, the stuff we don't understand anymore.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
That is super cool.
Yeah, I agree. I love trivia like this. This is just
No, I do too.
Yeah. This gives me so like Shakespeare. No, older than Shakespeare, Jamie. It would be older than Shakespeare. It'd be Chaucer. Do you remember the movie the Last Night? No, the one with the
Cats?
guy. You know the guy with the face? That guy.
The guy who has a face.
The guy with the hair and face, and his name is escaping me entirely.
And what did he do?
A Knight's Tale. There we go. The movie A Knight's Tale. Did you watch that?
Uh-uh.
Oh, okay. It was really good. It's really good. Paul Bettany played Chaucer in there. And so it was just funny because they used all modern language and all modern music and stuff like that just to encompass the fact that back in the day, they would have had the same type of music that would like excite a crowd or whatever.
Yeah.
And it would be their music, right? So
yeah.
in this day and age, it wouldn't be nothing. But back then, it would have been exciting. Yeah, great movie. I love that movie. Heath Ledger. That's the guy with the face. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. You could have said the guy that died.
My word. Yeah, yeah.
You know, the guy
Okay.
that died.
The guy that died.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have a list now?
Yep. I'm getting a list. I'm getting a list right now.
Okay.
I just need to tell it to add dates.
Okay. So who invented the Jolly Jumper? Where was that invented?
In Jollyland.
In Funland. My babies loved the Jolly Jumper. They loved to be in it and spin. Like they would jump, but they loved the spinning in there. What can I say? I had dizzy blonde kids. Neither of them are blonde anymore, but yeah. Candyland.
Okay.
I'll have to go watch that movie then. Yeah. The guy with the face that died. Absolutely, Shell. So the Jolly Jumper was invented in Canada in 1959. Yeah.
And what does it do?
It's got a chain that you would either attach to a frame or a door frame or something like that, and a baby, and then a spring.
Oh, I get
straps, right? And then the baby would be in this holder, and they would jump up and down. Yeah, Jolly Jumper.
That is so cool.
Yeah, I love those things. Those were great.
Okay, I have a list now.
Awesome. Okay.
How about the oh, that one's easy. How about the radio?
Ooh, the radio.
Like the first radio.
Right. I don't know.
It's either Canada, USA, or somewhere else.
Canada, USA, or somewhere else. I'm going to say that one's USA. I know a lot of things about communication were invented in Canada.
Really?
Yeah. World War II, Noah. Okay. Canada, somewhere else. Yeah, most people are guessing either Canada or somewhere else. Where was it?
It was invented in 1895 by Marconi in Italy.
In Italy? Oh, cool.
Yeah, in 1895. That was a long time
the Mexican
ago.
radio. Do you remember that song from the 1980s, Mexican
radio? Yep.
Exactly. Yeah, that was hilarious. I loved that song. Okay, so what else do we have here? I have the first bicycle. Where was the first bicycle invented?
I'm going to say somewhere else. I'm going to guess England, for real.
Okay.
Or no, I'm going to guess Germany. I'm sorry. But yeah, somewhere else.
Okay. 3, somewhere else. People are saying UK. One saying US. Number 3, so somewhere else. Okay. We're getting quite a few somewhere else's. Germany. The people who are saying Germany is correct. 1817 was the first bicycle. It was called the Dandy Horse.
Interesting. I guess Germany because I just remember seeing World War II stuff. But I mean, it was invented way before that. But with when they instituted the ghettos, like the Jewish ghettos, I just remember a lot of people riding bikes in some.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, in Germany and in the Netherlands, bikes are super common.
Oh yeah, when I went to Holland when I was a teenager, my dad made me come back. I told that story where I fell in love with that girl, and then I was staying with her in her flat, and I got a job at the grocery store downstairs. Her flat was above a grocery store. Anyways, I wasn't coming home. My dad said, "You got a week to get home." And I was
Harsh.
19. Yeah, and he was like, "No," because I was like, "Nope, Dad, I'm gonna be living in Holland." He's like, "The F you are." He's like, "You're gonna get back."
Yep.
He did. I came right back. I was like, "Oh man, I'm in trouble."
All right. So what's your next one here?
My next one is penicillin.
Ooh. Ooh. Hmm. Penicillin. I'm going to say Africa.
Okay.
Just a random, I have no idea guess.
I mean, it's definitely used in Africa. Well, I mean, it was.
Sure is. Yeah. Well,
I mean,
still
I'm sure it still is, but I wonder if that was the very first antibiotic. I'd be interested to know that. I think it was
that
the
would
first.
be good to know. Sherry says US, US, US. Scotland. Okay, okay. Russia.
I like the Scotland answer.
Yeah. Good one. Okay.
You want to know when? Oh,
Yes,
where
please.
it was invented in 1928 by Alexander Fleming in the United Kingdom.
In the UK, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
But you know what was invented in Scotland?
Out.
The television.
The television. Ooh, 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 ooh. I know that one.
No, that was invented in Scotland.
Oh, okay.
I was just giving a Scotland invention.
Some random something or other.
Yeah.
Okay. How about the toothbrush?
Oh, well, it should have been invented.
The modern kind with the bristles.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh, Shell says it was the first antibiotic, penicillin. Excellent.
Yeah, that is it. I was guessing it was just because.
Okay.
Because all the rest have psyllin,
Yeah.
It seems like most of the ones after it had the psyllin added to it.
Yeah.
I guess that wouldn't be a reason why.
Sherry
Maybe
and
those
Paula
were invented first.
Are saying not the UK. Britain is known for bad dental work.
I know that's what I said that when you first said it. I said the UK should have invented it.
Yeah. Ironically, the UK did invent it.
No way.
Yes.
That's so crazy.
Isn't it just wild?
I have like 4 UK friends that live in LA that they all work in the industry and the movie industry, and they all have amazing teeth.
Well,
amazing teeth. And every time, like when I met each one of them, I'd be like, "Man, the rumors aren't true." And they're like, "What? The teeth?" I'm like, "Yeah,
They probably got them done though when they were in the US. Would be my guess.
Most likely. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Your turn next.
Gunpowder.
Ooh, I'm gonna say Africa. For blowing up elephants or something.
Yeah. Wow. I forgot I had sound effects. I could have played
That's good. I like it.
Yeah, for when they're wrong. And
awesome.
I always forget I have sound effects.
A number of people are saying China. That's, I think, a very good guess as well. So where was it there, Sam?
Those people would be correct with China, and it was invented in the 9th century. So good job, guys.
Wow. Okay. Who invented tents? Like when you go camping, a tent.
I'm gonna say I'm going to say Canada on that one.
Okay. Well, thank you, Linda, for posting my channel. I appreciate that.
What's that?
Linda posted my channel.
Oh, yeah. I was going to ask them to do that, and I forgot. Thank you, Linda. Listen, Linda.
China with the fireworks. Catty Connie, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
That makes absolute sense. So, tent. Some people are saying Canada. Some people are saying somewhere else. Somewhere else here. Russia. Okay, yeah, that's a good place. Thank you, Linda. I
We
appreciate
love you
that.
too, Linda.
The tent was invented by the Vikings.
Wow.
So not the
So,
teepee like an Native American, but the
yeah.
tent. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
they were
Okay.
invented by
Yeah.
Vikings. I'm marking
Huh.
off the ones that I've asked, so I don't ask them again.
Okay. That was a problem I had with when I did Florida or Germany.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Wow.
have to. Yeah.
The concept is great. I just need to figure out a way to do the show where it's more fluid.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, what's your next one?
Okay, while the internet was invented in the United States, where was the World Wide Web invented?
Ooh,
So I'm guessing that means like the URL, the URL.
HTML. Yeah,
Yeah,
the code that goes into. I'm going to say
yeah,
that's Canada. Again, it's a communication thing. I'm going to say.
yeah. Okay, that's a good guess.
Which means it's wrong. Got it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
UK, Canada, somewhere else. Yeah. Ooh, James has a good question. James Cullen cares. Where's the first okay, we'll ask that question next. First, we're going to talk about the URL, and then we'll talk about James Cullen cares question.
Okay.
I know I'm making decisions on your channel. I'm sorry.
No, this is your game.
Okay. Okay. So where was the URL invented?
Oh, you're asking me. I was
Yes.
like,
You're the one with the answer.
In 1989, by Tim Berners-Lee in the United Kingdom.
In the UK.
I
Interesting.
never would have guessed that.
Oh, wow. Okay. So James Cullen Cares wants to know where the first tattoo machine was invented. Canada, US, or elsewhere. Apparently you need to know that.
Yeah,
Not
I
the first
don't know that.
tattooing, but the machine.
Yeah. I'm looking. There it is.
Thank you.
Man. I would say elsewhere than those two answers. Well, no, I would say
Okay.
the US. I would say the
The
US.
US? Okay. Kim's saying Canada. Connie says somewhere else. Wolfie says Canada. Kim says jail.
Yeah.
I like it. Ooh, China or Samoa. I think China and Samoa have the tap type of tattooing.
New
Middle
York
East.
artists.
Ooh. Yeah.
It was invented in US. Yep, by New
In the
York
US.
artists. And that's when I thought about it, that's why I knew that. Because
okay.
yeah, they were coil machines and
Okay. It was a patent based on Edison, based on his electric pen. Interesting.
yeah. So
Edison
so
stole a
clackers, they have
lot
like a
of
coil.
patents, though.
Yeah, those electric pens, they have like a coil, and
Right.
they're the same ones that technology is used for, like school bells, where it goes ring.
Yep.
It's like
Yep.
yeah, it's a coil, and it just like it turns on the magnet and then it
And then
releases it.
turns
And
it off.
yeah, and it doesn't, people think the coil that brings it down, or it's the magnetic power when it turns on
Is what brings it.
isn't what brings it.
No, it's what it repels.
Yeah, it's when they have to turn off the magnet to bring it down, and then when it releases the charge is when it comes up, or when it releases the charge is when it comes down, or no, when it charges the magnet, it releases it. Everyone thinks the other way. Once you, because it was a hard time for me to wrap my mind around it.
Oh, for sure.
Like right now.
All right. So who invented the Ebola vaccine?
I'm going to go with Canada on that.
You're going to go on Canada with that? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, man. That, I don't know why I do those Zins, man. It's weird.
That? What is a Zin?
It's a tobacco pouch because I'm trying to quit vaping.
Right.
And when I do them during the day, I'm fine. But when I do it sitting here at the show, they don't make me feel good at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Africa,
I feel fine
Canada,
to the show. But...
Quite a few people are saying somewhere else. 1 or 2 people are saying Canada. No one's guessing the US. Okay. It was invented in Canada by the Public Health Agency of Canada. Invented the Ebola vaccine.
That is super cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got one.
Yes.
Unless you got another one real quick.
Or... Oh, I have several. I have lots. I just have them highlighted so I just can look down.
Okay. How about
UV? Go ahead.
How about photography?
Photography. Ooh. I'm going to say US. I'm going to say US on that one.
Okay.
That's a good guess.
What?
She's wrong, but swing and a miss.
That's a good guess.
All right.
We got 3
UK, Canada. Well, we're getting a good mix.
So yeah. It was invented close to the UK. It was invented in France in 1839.
Ooh. Okay.
So like those old pictures that they used to do, like in the US, people would just stand there and no one would smile.
Yep. And you have to stand for a long time because smiling hurts your cheeks after a while.
But that was the original photography
yes.
Technology. And that technology didn't change for like 60 years.
A long time. And then Kodak is who changed it, I believe.
I bet you they did.
Kodachrome cameras were the next step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a great what's his name song?
Oh, Paul Simon.
Paul Simon, yeah.
Yep. Simon and Garfunkel, I think, maybe did that one. But yeah, definitely Paul Simon was singing it.
Yeah.
So who invented UV degradable plastic?
Wow. UV degradable plastic. I wonder what they would use that in.
Recycling plastic?
Oh, okay. Yep. Got it.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, that's super interesting. Huh. I'm gonna say Canada. No, I'm gonna say the US.
Okay. Good guess.
I'm gonna say good guess. Should have went with your first one. No.
Never second guess yourself. Yeah. Don't you remember your parents saying that or your teacher saying that when you're doing a multiple choice test? Don't second guess yourself. Just go with your first.
Yeah. And that's good advice. Just go with your gut
Jim
first.
says the US doesn't recycle much at all. So you know it's not you. Yes. It was invented in Canada in 1971.
Really? Just that? Why? Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
Wow. To hear the date on it is crazy. Because I was alive.
I know. So was I. No, I wasn't. 71. I was
But,
not yet
but it
alive.
makes sense because I know they weren't recycling, prior to that.
Right.
But
Yeah.
it's fairly new, like this bottle right here.
Yeah. Actually, my mother-in-law used to work with a paper recycling conglomeration here in Canada, and she got to
Mhm.
go down to the United States where all of the paper gets recycled.
Oh wow.
They loved getting Canadian paper bundles because we actually bind it and it can last for ages before they have to actually clean it up and do something with it. Places in the US just send them pages. They don't send
Wow.
it in bundles. So
Yeah.
we're a
Wow.
little bit tidier on that one.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of neat.
Yeah. Do you guys tip your like waiters and waitresses
We
in
do.
Canada?
We do, but unlike in the US, the waiters and waitresses still make the same minimum wage as everybody else in the province.
Oh, okay.
So we aren't, I think, I don't remember if they're taxed on their tips. Yeah, I think they are, but the taxation does not assume that say 40% of their income is going to be tips.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah,
Oh yeah, that's cool.
yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Who invented the pacemaker?
Oh, I had that one somewhere in my notes. I can't remember where though. Where did I have that? I think it was that. It could have been something else. It was cardio something. That's so funny. The first ones I gave, none of them were in Africa. I was all Africa, and they were all like super white names: Peter Schultz and Donald Keck.
Well, they would be the colonizers in Africa.
Well, that's what I assumed.
Yeah, yeah.
After I read the names, but there was a lot, and then I looked at the list, and there was like no African names at all. And I
Okay,
was like,
so
wait
quite a
a
few are
minute.
saying Canada. A number are saying other places like Germany and France, Jerry in Liverpool.
The
It was
pacemaker.
invented in Canada. It was invented in Canada. Trying to remember where it was. That I didn't highlight, but I did find it here. I don't know why I didn't highlight it.
The year.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know the year because
Oh, okay.
I didn't highlight it, which is weird because I thought I highlighted all of them that I wanted to ask. Okay, your turn.
All right. How about the telescope?
Ooh.
Now, I would have thought that would have been like Greece or something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it was invented in the 1600s. Now, that does make sense.
That does.
Yeah.
And
I wonder when lenses were made, like the concave lens. I wonder when that was invented.
that was not Louis Pasteur. That was, oh, I can't remember who it was. It might have been Da Vinci. Might have. Kim says Gladys Kravitz. She was nosy. That's my story.
Yeah.
So I'd say USA.
She invented
So where was the telescope invented? I'm going to say UK.
Okay. The telescope was invented in the Netherlands in 1600.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's a Dutch.
A Dutch Da Vinci. Oh, Galileo, maybe. Yeah, I don't know exactly. All right. Who invented the paint roller?
Dude, that's a good one. Um, I'm gonna just say somewhere else.
Okay.
Although I do see a fondness for the Canadian ones.
I have lists from all over the place, though.
I know you do. But that Canadian one sure seems to get put in
I
front of you
know,
a lot.
right?
It's
You're
neat
right.
though.
The paint roller was invented in Canada. What can I say? I'm
Wow,
Canadian.
imagine
I'm a
that.
little biased. I'm a little biased. Okay, I'll ask you a different one, not from Canada. Definitely not from Canada. Okay?
Okay.
Let me find one of my lists not from Canada. Okay. Who invented the motorboat?
Ooh, the old motorboat. Not from Canada.
Not from
I know my
Canada.
Canadian accent is awful.
Yeah, that was more Irish.
I know, not from
So East
Canada.
Coast actually wouldn't be too far off.
I have a friend. Whenever he does impersonations, they all sound
Mhm.
Chinese. They all sound Chinese.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like if he tries to impersonate an Italian guy, it sounds Chinese. When he impersonates a anything, if he does a movie star impression, it sounds Chinese.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have a
it's my
friend
friend from.
who does when she's talking about, impression, I guess. It sounds all the same. It's not any accent you would ever recognize from anywhere. It's just
Yeah,
her own. This is how
yeah,
somebody else talks. Okay,
yeah.
so it would be from a motorboat is from Germany.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
they did a
cool.
lot of motor things.
They did.
Well, yeah.
Oh no, I know. Yeah, no, I know they did. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. Your
Um,
turn.
I don't know why I said it like that.
Italy, the land of race cars. Nope,
Okay.
it was actually in Germany. Herr Klemmer in Germany. His wife was busy. Yep.
Okay. See if I want to find a good one. I wouldn't have imagined that. Wow.
Hmm.
Uh, who invented the mechanical clock?
I'm gonna say the Swiss.
That's what.
That's what most people would assume, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's why when I said, "Wow, that's crazy."
Actually,
Um,
no, come to think of it, I'm gonna say the US invented the mechanical clock. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna say it came from.
yeah, but here's the deal with the U.S. The U.S. ones, like if you've known they were invented before 1776,
Right.
then yeah, then the U.S. is kind of out of it.
I guess, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So some people are saying Canada, some saying US. We have a good selection of lots of different people or lots of
well,
different places. Sorry.
as a halfway point, I'm going to give the year. It was invented in 1280.
Oh, dude. Okay.
Yeah,
So not the US.
yeah. Isn't that
Uh, Italy.
1280?
Maybe Italy.
Nope.
The
It
Roman
was
Empire was around since BC, so
yeah. It was invented in England.
England, really?
Yeah, in 1280. That was a
Okay.
long time ago. And you got
Who
it wrong.
I love it. Love it. Who invented the boat keel? Like the thing that goes down the center of the
Yeah, the
boat.
keel. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who invented the keel?
Oh, I'm going to say somewhere else, but specifically, I'm going to say like Norway or something like that. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't think Vikings had a keel.
Mm. Canada envy Sam. I like it.
I should know this because I sail.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should know this. I wish someone would invent a barnacle remover. Well, I mean,
Actually,
there is.
let me in a minute, I'll just talk about that. So a lot of people are saying somewhere else. A few people are saying, one person saying Canada, unless it was Australia. It was in Norway. It was the Vikings who
Ah,
invented, because they had long boats, not wide.
yeah,
So in order to have a long boat,
you
you
have
had to
to.
be
Yeah.
able to balance it. Yeah. So
So I did
barnacle
get
removal.
Norway.
Yes, you did. Yep. Barnacle remover. Recently, I saw a news article about removing barnacles from whales, like
Really?
off of whales.
Yeah.
And like just, and the whale would come back, of course, very, very happy with them. But I can't remember what it was they used. There was a solution of some sort, and then they would just pressure wash it off.
Huh.
Yeah, it was really cool. Definitely cool.
Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah. Okay,
Um,
your turn next.
okay. How about the printing press?
I know that one.
Oh yeah, you know that one. Probably
Yeah,
have it on your list.
I probably do.
I mean, it's not to say you wouldn't have known it without
Yeah.
the list. It's kind of an obvious one.
Only
But
if
you,
you know literature, I think.
yeah, yep,
I think it would be obvious if you knew literature. So some
yep.
people are saying Austria, Germany, Gutenberg. So there's a couple who say the United States. I'm going to say Germany, and it was the Gutenberg press.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Germany in 1440.
Yeah. Yeah, it was wild.
Yeah, and they were like, I remember seeing something on it, and they were like, what we would never need this. Like,
Why would
what do
I
you
need to
mean?
know this?
Why would we not need a printing press?
Yeah.
Because of a lot of inventions. I mean, even like today, like, what we don't. Why would we need this?
Mm-hmm.
But all those inventions, stimulated other inventions, or not
Absolutely.
stimulated, but
They inspired other
inspired.
inventions.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
To me,
Where was the IUD invented? Intrauterine device.
wow. Yeah, I don't know that one.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say somewhere else.
Okay. Jamie
Although,
says US. Let's have a game of backgammon. I don't know how to play backgammon. Yeah, you could definitely win that one.
do you guys remember yesterday when I was like, man, something happened to my camera? Like, because I turned like gray, and like everything was like not foggy, but it was like there was no contrast.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't figure it out and couldn't figure it out, so I plugged in my camera and plugged it back in, and it was fine. So it was a camera issue.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was super
Okay.
weird.
The IUD. Somebody said France, um, Germany, Iceland. Thank you, Kim. That'd be great. You're right. It was in Germany in 1909.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
man, they were all up in there, huh?
I know.
God.
Yes.
Yeah, that's scary. I bet that was scary for a lot of the
Yeah.
stuff like that for women. They're probably like, what? What do you? No, I'm not putting that up there.
I know.
It had to have been scary because
Leave
there
my
was no
woohoo
like,
alone.
yeah, because it had, the technology was new. It was probably scary.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Do you have another one?
Yeah, we'll do like two more.
Sure.
I think. Yep, we'll do like two more.
Okay.
I'm gonna get away from these ones. Or how about the Ferris wheel?
Ferris wheel. I'm going to say the U.S. did that one.
Okay. Where was the first World's Fair? Do you know?
I do not. I do not.
It's crazy they don't have the World's Fair anymore. They should have that. And I'm going to
I
go.
went to Expo 86 in Vancouver. My family took a vacation from Alberta, which is above Montana. We went through Montana, down through like 9 states and back up through California, Washington, Oregon to BC to go to the it would have been the World's Fair, but Expo 86, and then drove home.
Yeah,
So,
I remember that.
Good 3-week vacation. Yeah.
That's super cool. Yeah, I remember that. I didn't get to go.
Ooh, Blue Bayou. Not sure I've seen you before. Nice to meet you. They say USA Chicago. Man, the useless info in my head. I feel the same way.
Did I answer it yet?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the United States, the USA.
There you go.
Yep.
Okay.
We have a department store here in Billings called Shields. I don't know if they have them everywhere, but they're called Shields, and they have a big Ferris wheel in there. I mean, and it's big, and
wow.
So we always take Hazley to that. And they have like a little bowling alley, so I take Hazley
Cool.
to the Ferris wheel. And the bowling's you just bowl 3 frames, and it's like a mini bowling alley. But super cool for Hazley. It's a fun place for me to take her. The Ferris wheel's only 50 cents. The bowling's only $1. So it's
nice.
It's like a cheap thing to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's so nice when you can do something family friendly that's not going to break the bank.
Yeah.
Like that is, we need more of those. We really, really do.
Yeah.
So who invented chocolate bars?
Oh, I know. And this was for soldiers too, I think.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was for soldiers. So I'm going to go with Germany on that one.
Okay.
Florida or Germany.
Hey, BC in the house. Nice to see you, Blue Bayou from BC. Okay. The Belgians, that's a good guess, yes. And Germany also. German chocolate is so famous.
Yeah. Blue Bayou, have you ever been to, I'm sure you have, you're from BC, but have you ever been to any of the islands that run along the Straits of Georgia there? Like, I mean, I'm sure you've been
Aleutians?
to Victoria. Huh?
The Aleutians or Queen Charlotte Islands?
Like, like Main Island, and there's like a bunch of little islands. Sydney, Deer Harbor, Roche Harbor. Those, I used to sail all of those all the time.
Then again, the Swiss. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, and yes, Blue Bayou has been there. Chocolate bars were invented in the UK.
Wow.
Yeah. Who knew?
Yeah,
and it wasn't Canada.
Yeah, it was in Canada. Good. You ended on a good note. Finally.
The last, I think, 5 weren't from Canada. I tried to make sure that they were from somewhere else.
I know. I'm just playing.
Oh, no, I got that.
Yeah.
So awesome.
Well, thank you so much. This was.
You're so welcome. I had a ton of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to do more stuff like this. Yeah, because it's a good like, how I talk about palate cleansers. It's a good palate cleanser for me to do a show where I'm not talking about anything political or yeah.
Why don't we do
And
this
fun. And
Mondays?
like I've learned a ton today. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah.
Yes. Why don't
With
we
the
do this on
comments and,
Mondays so that you're coming off the weekend nice, good way to start the weekend. What do you think?
like on Mondays.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty fired up for news on Monday.
Oh yeah, I suppose lots of news from the weekend.
I would need a break.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But
So would you
yeah,
like to do this once a week?
I don't know about once a week, but definitely maybe
Once a
twice a
couple?
month. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that'd be gret.
I mean, but maybe once a week. I don't know.
A couple times a month is fine too.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to commit to that because I might be like, no, I got stuff I need to do. But
Exactly.
I
And
could
that's the thing
definitely commit.
with your regular programming, you're going to have more. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah.
for sure, at least twice a month. That would be awesome. And maybe we can come up with some different things to
games.
do. Yeah.
Yep. Tan Louis says Wednesdays midweek might not be a bad idea too.
Yeah, no, that's a good. Yeah.
Get over that, split up
Yeah.
the scariness of politics.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, I do have a story to do today too, but I'll do it tomorrow. I'll save it for tomorrow. The top MS-13 gang leader captured on the East Coast. That's a big win for Pam Bondi and Cash. Is it Cash Patel? Cash.
I think so.
God,
Cash Patel.
Cash Patel.
Yeah.
So that's super exciting. But I'll do that one tomorrow.
Movie or music trivia, Kim says would be a lot of fun. Absolutely.
Yeah, I would love to do music trivia and do the music.
Sure. Yeah.
I can do it. We can play the music, just forego monetization, which is fine. I'm not getting thousands and thousands of views to where I'm,
No.
Yeah. I get it's like $7 a show. I mean, but all the gifts and everything make up for all that. But
see, I'm not monetized yet. I would love to be monetized.
Yeah.
I was telling Sam, my husband makes a good salary, but between the two of us, it's kind of moderate because I can't work. I have disabilities and I can't work. So
yeah. How many hours are you short? Are you short subscribers?
I'm short subscribers and I'm short hours. I have like 270 subscribers. Yeah. And I have like 2,700 or almost 2,800 hours. So yeah.
Well, we put the link up. If, everyone should go check out the channel. Hit subscribe if you like it.
And, my typical format is to sit and have a conversation with somebody. So Brian Lucas, he's a poet, and we talk about his poetry. We talk about being a veteran, things like that. Sam was on. He told his conversion story, or his the word I'm looking for is his testimony. There we go. Yeah. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate that. Tonight, if anybody knows who Keela is from Mental Health Matters, she's been having a lot of health problems lately. So tonight she's coming on, and we're going to be doing a discussion on what's going on with her and that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
So I also do a lot of mental health.
What time are you guys doing that?
6 p.m. every Tuesday and Thursday evening, 6 p.m. Mountain.
Okay.
And cool. I live in Saskatchewan, so half the year at 6 p.m. Mountain, half the year at 6 p.m. Central.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't change times, we change time zones.
Yeah. Is Mental Health Matters, that's a YouTube channel?
It is, yes. It is fantastic. It is a beautiful, safe space. She never talks politics. That is basically the one rule. Like, no politics and don't be a dick. Those are the two rules.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I wanted to be no politics, but I think I've established a rapport with the community, and that like just because we're talking politics doesn't mean we have to hate each other. You know what I mean?
Precisely. Like you and I, we have different politics.
Yeah.
I would never in my life have voted for Trump. Never.
Right.
But I would normally vote for whatever conservative party is in power or is available. So I would normally vote Republican, just not for that person.
Yeah. See, that's
right.
a lot of people. That's a lot of people. And I totally understand it. Yeah, I totally understand it. I mean, my Trumpness inside me wants to be like to try to change your mind on that. But not convert, like, but
yeah. Well, it's like me with religion. I'm very solid in what I believe, why I believe, and how I believe it. You're not going to convert me to something else, and I won't convert you to something else, because I assume that other people will have the same commitment to what they believe as the commitment I have to what I believe.
Yeah.
So I love being able to talk and learn. That's kind of the whole thing in mine, is we're not here to bash each other. We're here to learn and learn to communicate and learn to love and learn to have peace, because there's so much division and hatred and whatever. You know, I am very fortunate. I've never actually even had trolls in my chat. I am so grateful. Yeah. Very grateful.
Well, let's get you some trolls. We'll get you
Yeah.
I'll go troll over there tonight if you want.
Oh, don't worry, I can block you. It's all good.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yes. All right, everybody. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for being here. That was lovely to have you here today.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yes.
Let me just thank Angie Mo for the gift of membership. Thank you, Angie, so much. Really appreciate it. And V McWilliams, thank you so much for the super chat. I know right after I showed your comment, I seen that you
had another one.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
But thanks guys for coming out today. It was awesome. I made a new outro, but I didn't upload it yet, so I'll have it tomorrow. So I need to pick an outro. Let's see. So
Misha from Awakened by the Looking Glass's Reflection. She wrote me a song and made my intro and outro. It is
nice.
So perfect for my channel. Like, so perfect for my channel. I love it.
That's so cool. Let me make sure I didn't miss any comments or anything. Well, I'm sure I did. Well, we've been playing the game for a while. All right, guys. Well, I will see you guys all tomorrow. Have a lovely, what is today? Thursday? Oh yeah, we're going to have an awesome show tomorrow. I'm really effing up right now. I'm trying to, I cannot tech today for some reason. Where is the media? Okay. All right. And then I wanted to take the comment off too. Okay. Wow. Yeah. See, the format's thrown me off today. All right. Well, thank you again, Kim, for coming on. Everyone get over to Kim's channel, check it out. And also check out that show tonight. I'm going to be there. So I will see you tonight on that. If I don't have a tattoo, I might have a little tattoo tonight, so I might be a little late, but yeah, that's going to be dope. We'll check it out and we'll try to get you monetized, and we got to get Caddy Connie and Loudmouth Linda too. They're short on hours.
Subscribe to them as well.
Yeah. And you just like
subscribe to your wife.
Huh?
I believe I've also subscribed to your wife.
Oh, cool. Cool. Yeah, they need to start doing more content. They're great. Their stuff's really emotional though for them, and I think that's hard. I think they come off the shows really kind of wiped out.
Exhausted. Mental exhaustion is sometimes harder than physical exhaustion to recover from.
Yeah.
Physical exhaustion, you have a nap, you're good. Mental exhaustion, not so easy.
Yeah. Thank you, Pretty Sweet, for the comment. I appreciate that. Yeah, it was an awesome show. We had a lot of fun. Okay, guys, I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Cool.
Awesome.
Well, thank you.
You're so
Yeah.
welcome. Thank you for having me on. It was a
Yeah.
blast.
Yeah, that was fun.
I love trivia, especially when I have the answers right in front of me.
Yeah, that's awesome. Cool. Well, I will see you tonight then.
Yes,
I'll be
wonderful.
Yep.
Tonight
I'll,
it's 6 Mountain, same as you.
okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Alrighty. Well, have a blessed day.
Yes,
All right.
you too.
Okay, I'll see you
later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh shit, we're still live. I'm still live. Oh, I forgot to hit end. Oh, because I played the outro not on the end live. Well, that's all right. Hey guys. Oh, that's crazy. Well, you know what? I should just do that story real quick. Yeah, shoot. Why not? It'll be old by tomorrow. That's so crazy. Because I was just gonna say goodbye to everybody in the chat. All right, guys, see you later. And I just seen you're still live. And then I looked at the thing in the corner that says end stream or start stream, and but I lost everybody. A lot of people signed off. But put in one in the chat if you guys want to see the story about the top MS-13 gang leader. I know. What if I just would have went right? Pulled up a beer, snorted a line like Tommy. You'd have been like, that fraud. He's a fraud. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm going to do the story. You guys would have been like, that's so funny, man. Who does that? Who does that? Okay, yeah, let me get it up. I haven't watched this yet. So, this should be really good. Let me blow it up. All right, let's play this. Awesome. That's right. I totally believe that. No volume. God, man. Okay, hold on, guys. That is so crazy, and I'm so enthralled in watching it. I'm not even looking at the chat. Okay, guys, hold on. Sorry about that. God, man. It's a wonder I have any subscribers at all, for real. Okay, let me just move this over here. Okay. I still don't think there's going to be any. I don't think there's going to be any volume again. Let me know right away if you can hear that. Do you hear squeaking and stuff?
Good morning. Thank
She
you
just
for
said good
being
morning.
here.
Okay, thank you,
We have
Sherry.
been out since about 4:30 this morning. The great men and women of law enforcement have been working on this operation for days and days and probably weeks. Early this morning, one of the top leaders of MS-13 was apprehended. He was the leader for the East Coast, one of the top 3 in the entire country. Right here in Virginia, living half an hour outside of Washington, D.C. He is an illegal alien from El Salvador, and he will not be living in our country much longer.
That's right.
He's in custody this morning. One of the top leaders right here near our nation's capital. I just cannot thank Governor Youngkin enough for his leadership in this effort. This has been a joint effort with state and local agencies. FBI Director Patel, thank you so much. Terry Cole, Virginia Secretary of Public Safety, our U.S. Attorney, Eric Siebert, DHS Secretary Noem, of course, who is in El Salvador, the home country currently of our illegal alien. DEA Acting Director Maltz, thank you. Our U.S. Marshals Service, ATF, all of the members of our task force who have been working tirelessly. We were out at that scene this morning, and what we saw was second to none. Teamwork, everyone working together. You know, someone made a great point, no egos. It was a team. You could not tell who was with what agency. Everyone was working as a team. And the most important thing, all of our agents were safe this morning, all of our law enforcement officers, and the bad guy is in jail. That's what matters. That's what happened. America is safer today because of one of the top domestic terrorists in MS-13. He is off the streets. This has been an ongoing directive of President Trump. His directive to me when I became Attorney General of the United States was very simple.
And when she
Keep America
says that,
safe,
she's not being grandiose.
make America safe again.
When
And
she says that America is safer today because that guy's fool's out the street, listen, I know a lot of those gang members, the ones that have been caught and you know, that are in prison, and all they think about is crime. All they talk about is crime, and they're in a lot of. It's not just drug dealing. They do a lot of insurance fraud, a lot of insurance fraud, a lot of boosting from stores. You know, they do like those smash and grabs where they'll like destroy a front window and steal everything. a lot of drug trafficking, and I mean like big trafficking, not as big as the cartel, but they work for the cartel. A lot of those guys, or their plug is in the cartel, so they'll the cartel, because they are an organization, the cartel will just like give them millions of dollars worth of drugs, and they will be responsible for making that money for the cartel. They are also used as foot soldiers for the cartel. The Sureños are used as foot soldiers for the Mexican mafia, the MA, the Black Hand, they call them. And MS-13 is generally used as foot soldiers for the cartel. So it's huge. It's like a general of an army being locked up. So it's gonna throw them into a toozy for a little bit, but look, I assure you, there's someone right underneath that person ready to step up and take that role. But you know what? I think they're on it, and they're just gonna try to just keep whittling it down. But yeah, just know that there's someone right there ready to take in that role. But it'll definitely slow them down for a little bit.
That's what these men and women have been doing tirelessly every single day since Donald Trump took office. We want to make our streets safer. We want to make our schools safer. We want to make your neighborhood safer. This guy was living in a neighborhood right around you. No longer, thanks to the great men and women of law enforcement. This task force that we have created is remarkable, using incredible technology that we will not discuss to catch and apprehend these horrible, violent, worst of the worst criminals. MS-13, they are organized, they are violent, they are committing homicides throughout our country. They are one of the most dangerous gangs in our country, and we are going to fight until they are completely dismantled. What I want to do, I want to have other governors, other law enforcement officers come here to Virginia and see this amazing task force, Governor, that is led by our agencies and Governor Youngkin. And what's happening here in Virginia? Arrests have increased 468% from the same period last year. We didn't need new laws, as President Trump always said. We needed a new president. And we have great leadership standing behind him to fight to keep America safe and make America safe again. We will keep your community safe, and we will continue to do that. It is my honor to introduce to you your Governor, Glenn Youngkin.
Thank you, and welcome to Virginia.
Wow, he's a big dude.
What this task force over
Sorry
the
about
course
the
of the
latency,
last
guys.
4 weeks represents is the model of federal resources, stately resources, and local resources coming together in order to eradicate the drug and terrorist networks that exist. And I use the word terrorist because the illegal drug gangs, MS-13, Tren de Aragua, they are international terrorist organizations. And they are resident right here. They're resident across the country. And it requires this kind of task force, this collaboration of Virginia resources, our great Virginia State Police led by Colonel Hanley, our Department of Corrections led by Judge Chad Dotson, along with our leadership at the administration level led by Secretary Terry Cole and our Attorney General Jason Miyares, to come together with tremendous resources from the federal government. And systematically over the last 4 weeks, we have gone to work untangling, gone to work putting together the cases and arresting these horrific criminals, these criminals that live in our neighborhoods. The arrest this morning was in Dale City in Prince William County, right here in Northern Virginia, one of the best areas in America. And it was one of the top leaders of MS-13 living here, an illegal immigrant. And that illegal immigrant's going to go back to where he came from. But most importantly, it's this effort that has been enabled by the Trump administration. President Trump said, get the bad guys. I've been working on this literally for the first 3 years of our administration with little to no help from the senior leadership in the federal government and the Biden administration. On day one, we went to work signing a 287G memorandum. It took us 20 hours to get it done. I was able to deputize our state police and our Department of Correction members to go to work in this task force. I want to thank General Bondi. From the second she assumed her position, she was here with us. I want to thank Director Patel. From the second he assumed his position, he was here with us. Resources, capabilities. But I most importantly want to thank the men and women who every day put their lives on the line. These folks go to work with a bulletproof vest on, and they so rarely have anyone say thank you. And today, they deserve a huge thank you, but they deserve a thank you every single day. Over the last 4 weeks, 340 horrific criminals have been arrested here in Northern Virginia. And that allows me to make one last comment. Local jurisdictions that claim sanctuary city status are absolutely unacceptable. Look who's in your community. Look who's living around the corner from citizens that are going to work, trying to build their lives in a place that's the best place in America to live and work and raise a family. And yet we have one of the top 3 operatives from the most dangerous gang in America and the world living around the corner, and you sanctuary cities want to give refuge to them. Listen, it's time for us to recognize that Virginia is not a sanctuary state. We are working to get the bad guys out of here. And if you are a local jurisdiction and not helping us and not cooperating with us, you are working against the safety of all of those men and women that call your jurisdiction home. This task force is a sustainable effort, not a one and done. And that is the most impactful part of it. We get to continue to work together to, yes, General Bondi, make America safe again and make Virginia the safest state in America. I just want to thank everyone for their tremendous efforts. And now I want to hand it over to the U.S. Attorney of Virginia's Eastern District, Eric Siebert.
And I wanted to say real quick, and I'll let this
on March
kind of get when it plays forward, that way it'll be a little smoother. I'll let it play forward a little bit. It's important. This is all super important, and I would want this for my town, for my city. My city has these guys in it, and I live in a tiny town in Montana. But what's important are these attorney generals for the state and for our U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi, is that those guys out in the field, yeah, they're out collecting evidence and making arrests, but they have to build a case so these guys can even prosecute, and they're not even going to start arresting these guys until they have the warrant for prosecution. So these guys are working hard, and it's important, and it's step by step. You heard them say that they arrested 400 guys this week, or in the last couple weeks. All those arrests led up to finding this guy. This guy was not easy to find. I promise, or I assure you, he was not easy to find. He was probably living in a really nice house. Probably tried to cover his tattoos everywhere he went. He was, really hiding out, and they found him and they got him. And that's a win. That's a super win. Not for Trump or not for any of one in there. It's a win for like us, the citizens, because these are the illegal immigrants we really need to get rid of. Not the hardworking guys that are, working in restaurants and, have lawn care businesses, not to be stereotypical, but those guys, those aren't the guys we need to focus on. It's these illegal immigrants. And that's what they're doing for the most part. I believe that in my heart. So when anyone else says that they're doing something different, they're really not. All right, let's play the rest of this.
March 3rd, we officially launched the operations as part of this Homeland Security Task Force. And this is first of its kind in the nation. It's interagency, which makes it unique. And it combines federal, state, and local resources to identify and arrest the most violent gang offenders in the Eastern District of Virginia. So working with our partners of all 4 divisions in the Eastern District of Virginia, we have created an intelligence-based model. And that's the focus, is intelligence-based, that drives this moving forward. So we can focus our attention on the transnational organized groups. such as MS-13, that have long plagued our communities. So in less than a month, we have identified 575 targets. We've arrested 342 of those targets, many of them with illegal status. And of the 342 arrested, we've identified 81 individuals with gang or transnational crime affiliation. The Eastern District of Virginia U.S. Attorney's Office has already done 73 federal criminal complaints charging these individuals.
Yes,
And
Galen.
between federal and state partners, we've obtained and executed 39 search warrants.
Real quick, Galen says, I have a handyman that helps me out, and he's from El Salvador. And these people terrify him and his family. So he is really passionate about getting these dangerous people out of this country. That's exactly right. And these guys, these bad guys, bad actors, whatever they want to call them, make it hard for guys like her handyman, who's like honest and hardworking. And they terrify them. And you know what? Those guys are just as ruthless, if not more, against their own people here in America. So they're making it hard on themselves, which I'm glad they're making it hard on themselves, because it brings it more to the attention, the forefront of our government and of our law enforcement. It's awesome.
We're already hearing in the community that our efforts are having a deterrent effect on these gangs. And so moving forward with the information that we've obtained from our arrests and search warrants, we plan to use the task force model to
You hear that?
continue to
Just what I just
identify
said.
these bad actors
Information
and
that they've
prioritize
obtained from the
arrest of
arrest.
most violent transnational criminals. I want to thank Attorney General Bondi, Governor Youngkin, FBI Director Patel, DA Administrator Waltz, and Secretary Cole for your trust on this and support of this Virginia task force. And I also want to thank the hard work of the agents and the special agents of Virginia State Police and the federal agents, and also the AUSAs. My prosecutors have been working around the clock to support this task force. And despite the tremendous success of this task force, I want the public to know this is just the beginning of our efforts. We have a sense of urgency on this, and we do not plan on stopping till every one of these violent gang members is off the streets. And to the criminals, I just have to say, we're coming. So at this time, I'd like to turn this over to FBI Director Patel.
This is what happens when you let good cops be cops. And we're going to continue to let good cops be cops across this country. President Trump gave us the executive decision to go after and safeguard our communities. General Bondi is our warrior of justice leading that charge. Governor Youngkin, it's an honor to be a partner in this operation with you and U.S. Attorney Siebert. This is the mandate we have. Right now, we have an American dying every 7 minutes from a drug overdose. That is a national security crisis we have not seen ever before. We have a woman or child being raped every 6.5 minutes in this country. We have a homicide twice an hour. No part of that metric is a safe and secure America. But thanks to the brave leadership of this administration and the folks that you see here, we are returning our communities to safety. As you heard, we took down this morning a top leader of MS-13. That is not done easily. That is done with brilliant law enforcement. And right here, I'm proud, and I think the governor knows I'm biased, having graduated from the University of Richmond, to have this here in the state of Virginia, here in our Northern Virginia resident agency, with our partnership with our Washington field office and our special agents, our SOS folks, our intel analysts, and our support staff. My priority has been law enforcement across the country, and that will not change. But law enforcement across the country cannot be done just by Washington, D.C. and the federal government alone. This task force was stood up 1 month ago. In 1 month, the brave men and women on this task force from state, local, and federal authorities have arrested 342 criminals in the state of Virginia alone. We wanted this to be a successful model. It is a successful model because of you, because of your men and women on the streets. We have the easy job in Washington, D.C. You take it to the max every single day. You put your safety on the line. You put your selfless desires ahead of going home and seeing your families at night because you care more about safeguarding our schools and our community than you do your own safety. So we will always have the backs of good cops because you have the backs of the American people. And this task force is going to go everywhere it is needed across the United States to bring the form of justice and measured security and safety that our American citizens deserve. It is an America First model because we live in the United States of America. And if you are here illegally, you will not be here any longer. And if you are going to continue to commit acts of violent crime, you will meet the same fate that this individual did this morning. And I just want to reiterate what our partners said behind us. This is not possible without the folks that do the job every single day. And as director of the FBI, it is a privilege to lead some of these brave men and women. And the only ask that I have of you in the community is the next time you see a cop, thank them. The next time you see someone safeguarding our schools, shake their hand. The next time you see our brave men and women of the FBI and the local and federal state police take down a violent terrorist, maybe give them a hug, because those guys, those gals are the ones that are going to continue to keep our city safe. And we will not stop until this national security crisis is recognized, brought into check, and eliminated. Thank you.
Questions?
All right. That was pretty good. I'm glad I stayed to show that. I'd be careful on trying to go hug any agents, though. I mean, you can tell them Cash Patel sent you if you want. Like, hey, man, bring it in. Bring it in. All right. Hey, good job. Good job. But yeah, amen. Thank God they're getting the bad guys off the street. There was once upon a time I was one of those bad guys, and getting me off the street saved my life. So I appreciate them. I really do. I just think it's awesome. I will see you guys tomorrow. We're gonna have an awesome show, as always. And let me just find a good out track again. We'll just play the same one. I play these so I can play so I can have it go to 2 more of my videos after people watch this one. So that's why I do the outro video. It's kind of my thing. So I can do the end video templates. All right, guys, I will see you tomorrow. Have an awesome day. And I'll be sure to end the stream this time. All right, love you guys. Where's my thing? There it is. Bye, guys.